status quo, especially the median line of the Taiwan Strait. It's been there for decades, safeguarding peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, and it's a high symbol of the status quo. And the Chinese government, beginning from last year, saying that there's no such thing as the median line of the Taiwan Strait, and their Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that the whole Taiwan Strait is China's sovereignty, and they have sovereign rights to it, and they do not want the international flights or transportations to go through the Taiwan Strait. And this is a clear sign of China wrecking the status quo and the peace and stability in this area. And I think the Taiwanese people also observe that. They understand that China is becoming very provocative and very reckless in terms of its military aggression against Taiwan.
I wanted to ask you about the white paper that China released earlier this week. As many observers noted, it sort of degraded the amount of autonomy that they envision for Taiwan.
About that white paper, it reiterates lots of statements or principles that the Taiwanese people have no interest in. For example, the one country, two system model. There might be some people still have the fantasy that if there's going to be a unification, one country, two system model might not be too bad. But that kind of idea has been destroyed, totally destroyed, by the way the Chinese government is treating Hong Kong. Hong Kong used to be one of the freest societies in East Asia, but with the imposition of the national security law, there's not a piece of freedom left for the Hong Kong people. And the people here in Taiwan watched it and know that that is something that we don't want to accept. So that white paper pointed out that one country, two system model is for Taiwan. And the Taiwanese people, I would say that they don't even bother to react to that because it's so ridiculous. It ignores the basic facts.
What would you like to see sort of broadly from U.S. policy moving forward on the Taiwan issue?
If you look at the Indian Ocean or far beyond, you can see that China is much more ambitious than just the Pacific. They have built a string of pearls along the Indian Ocean. They built military bases. They wanted to buy some ports of the countries, and they come all the way to the Horn of Africa and build a military base in Djibouti. And their influence in Africa is unprecedented, far more than Europeans or the United States or Japan combined. And if you look at the political trend in Latin America, I personally also worry very much the leftist trend of politics in Latin America is going to provide an opportunity for China to exercise its influence in this region. So if you put all this together, China has a global ambition to expand its power of authoritarianism. And looking at this situation, I think the answer is very clear, is that all democracies need to work together to find common measures to deal with this. After all, freedom and democracy is what we treasure. We cannot allow authoritarianism to destroy what we believed.
As China increases its military pressure on Taiwan, Japan is considering the deployment of 1,000 long-range cruise missiles to boost its counterattack capability against China, a local Japanese newspaper has now reported. According to reports, the arms launched by ships or aircraft will be stationed mainly around the southern Nansei Islands and will be capable of reaching the coastal areas of North Korea and China. Also, at least 1,000 cruise missiles with a range of 100 kilometers can be deployed by Japan. The development comes after China conducted large-scale military drills near Taiwan after U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to the island. Japan's Defense Minister, Nobuo Kishi, had claimed that at least 5 Chinese ballistic missiles had landed in Japan's exclusive economic zone as Tokyo lodged a protest against China. He further raised concerns about the drills and said the missile tests presented a serious problem that affected their national security and the safety of citizens. Several Chinese warplanes also entered Taiwan's air defense zone during China's military maneuvers around Taiwan. The ratcheted tensions further prompted Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida to vow to significantly boost defense spending. Meanwhile, a new report claims that Chinese President Xi Jinping had asked his Joe Biden during last month's phone conversation to prevent U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi from visiting Taiwan. But the president had bluntly ignored his Chinese counterpart, stating that the decision solely remained with Pelosi alone.